So, effects like flanging and doubling have been around for decades. The Beatles used automatic double tracking. They used it on vocals, guitars, a whole bunch of things. Flanging was a really cool effect that involved basically a studio engineer or a producer putting their thumb literally on the flange of the tape deck, and it would create that wild kind of filtery, whooshy effect that we associate with flanging. Now, of course, MXR put it all into a handy-dandy pedal, so you don't have to do any of that. So for those of you who may remember, MXR made the flanger doubler like 40 years ago. It was a giant rack-sized unit, and it was not as practical to get around with. Well, the good news is this sounds great. It's a pedal that'll not take up too much real estate on your board, and it's still got the same sonic flexibility and controls that were on the rack unit. From left to right, you've got mix, regeneration, and manual, width, and speed. You can invert the signal, which will reverse the polarity, and it gives you a really cool kind of nasal, almost like an envelope filter kind of effect. And of course, you have a doubler button here, which I think is where a lot of the fun comes in. I tend to set this like a regular flanger would be set up for lots of good clean sounds. And then for like really heavy, super, gainy stuff, kick in the doubler, chug on the low E all day long, and you're dime bag all over again. This pedal is not strictly for guitar players. You could even use it on vocals. I shouldn't fail to mention there's a CV in and out, so that's great for synth players or people who use a lot of Eurorack gear. And of course, if you're gonna be using that with a Eurorack or with a synth, there's a nice switch up top which you can go from instrument to line. Obviously, I was using the instrument setting for the guitar. Having a line level input there is very handy for all the other applications. So to get your very own MXR Flanger doubler and of course all the MXR effects that we carry, head on over to AmericanMusical.com.